G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight to go about a new event, a new league, and it's the Halloween. So max CP of 1500 and you can get bug, poison, dark, fairy or ghost types. So take your pick, but they have to have one of those typing. So what am I going to run? So as you can see, I was running a random team there. Shadow Vic, Galvantula, and I do quite like them, and I'm going to throw in Azumarill because Azumarill is an absolute tank. So the reason I'm going with Galvantula in the lead is because I assume there will be lots of Azumarills. I don't know whether people run them in the lead. And also like Lunge, so it's running Lunge, which is updated charge move, and it debuffs the opponent. So it's also running Volt Switch, which is a really slow, fast move, but it charges energy so quickly, and you can throw out Lunge and Discharge so quickly, which is the two moves. And running the Shadow Victreebel because it's an absolute beast, and who doesn't want to run a Shadow in the Halloween Cup? So first game, come into the Toxicroak here, and so it's not going to be ideal. Mud Bombs are going to be doing huge amounts of damage, so I'm going to shield up this first Mud Bomb here. I'm going to throw my own... I'm going to throw a Lunge here to debuff them, because unfortunately they're going to get to their charge moves at the same time, and Toxicroak's going to win the CMP tie, so that's not ideal. So they've actually swapped out into Alolan Marowak, which I was expecting to see a bit of, and even if this is a Shadow Ball, Azumarill is such an absolute tank. You can 100% tank the Shadow Ball, and then if they throw the Bone Club bait, then it's even better for you. So I'm going to overfarm a little bit here, just to fake having the Hydro Pump. I'm really hoping that I grab a shield here. If not, that's fine as well, because as you can see, Alolan Marowak is absolute glass cannon. So going to be able to tank another Shadow Ball. Able to tank that Shadow Ball, and then look to farm down. Not look to farm down, look to throw the charge move and win switch. So winning switch here is really useful. I do expect the Toxicroak to come back out, which it does because I've got no energy left on the Azumarill, and it gives a little bit of extra time to farm. So I'm going to come out with my Galvantula here. I'm going to throw another Lunge to debuff it again, and I grab another shield, so that's absolutely spectacular. And then they've decided to throw energy, so that's absolutely perfect for me. I'll let that go, and then I can come in and farm down with my Shadow Vic. And Shadow Vic is going to be resisted damage, but as you can see, the Razor Leafs just do so much. It's not able to get to another Mud Bomb, which is absolutely perfect. And let's see what they've got in the back. So they've got their own Galvantula in the back, so that's not ideal for me, but because I had the energy lead, all shields are down, I can throw straight into this Leaf Blade, and it is going to be resisted, but it does a huge chunk of damage. So that's about 50% damage just from the Leaf Blade. They're obviously going to throw a Lunge here. I've got a shield, I might as well use it, and then I will be able to farm this down and take game one. So a good game right there. And like I always say, try and jump in early when the leagues change, because you'll get people when they're not as used to the Pokemon that they're using, so they might make a few early mistakes, grab a couple of extra wins early on. So able to take game one, very nice there, able to bring out that Shadow Vic and go to town. I really do like the power of Shadow Vic and Razor Leaf. Victreebel is okay, but you're going to need to shield anyway. It's such a glass cannon, so you might as well give the extra 20% of damage by having it Shadow. So out comes a Alolan Muck, which is not ideal, and they got an extra fast move through there, which is unfortunate, so could have timed that a little bit better. I'm going to throw straight into the Lunge. So Lunge is actually going to be resisted, so obviously the poison typing is going to resist it, but dark typing it's going to be super effective against. So here they're going to throw double Dark Pulse, I would imagine. So I'll let the first one go through. And I'll see if I can get to another one. No, so going to shield up the second one, and then I'll look to farm down. So they are debuffed, so I should be able to farm them down before they can get to another charge move here, and able to do so. So let's see what comes out. I've got 2 shields, and it's going to be waiting. The Azumarill. So the reason I'm actually throwing a lunge here is because they're going to shield this up 100%. So I might as well throw the lunge and get the debuff. There it is, there's the shield. And then I'm going to throw a discharge for this second one. So we'll see if they want to commit 2 shields to this Azumarill. Going to be interesting to see if they do. Oh, and they have, so it would have been good to throw the double lunge there, but able to get the first one to shield bait. The second one, I mean, it is what it is, got shielded, so fine with me. So I'm thinking, what do I come out with? And I'm actually going to, because they've got energy on the Azumarill, I'm going to come out with my own Azumarill to mirror theirs, and let's see what they do here. So I'm hoping that they don't have, and they do, they have play rough, but again, they've been debuffed, so they're going to do no damage there. And then out comes a Shiftry, and this is what I mean by people making mistakes early on. So that's a huge mistake by me. I could have just thrown the Ice Beam, and it would have absolutely one-shot the Shiftry. Shields are down on their side, so they've got nothing. Yeah, 100% throw the Ice Beam, take out the Shiftry, and that's GG's right there. But instead, I switched into my Shadow Vic and almost mirrored it there, so really not ideal. And it's going to get a little bit of extra energy. It did use the energy before it got out of there, so that's good. And then I've stored energy, so I'll be able to throw mine as soon as I come out, which, as you can see, I am doing, and then I'll be able to charge down. They will get to a play rough before I can charge them down, I imagine. Yep, there it is. So they'll get to that play rough. It's not going to be enough to take me out, and it could have taken me down. But to be honest, what I should have done there 100% is just thrown the Ice Beam straight on the Ice Beamed the Shiftry. Not shielded anything on the Azumarill when it came back out, and then came in and farmed down with Shadow Vic. So that was a huge misplay, and like I said, jump in early. People make these mistakes, and that almost it almost cost me the game. It turned it into it would have been a very, very solid win to something that was a bit more touch and go. So we'll jump into the next one and get another Toxicroak on the lead. So we do know that I'm going to lose CMP here, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. We are going to hit them at the same time. And there it is. So it's 1 CMP. I'm going to have to shield up this first one because the Mud Bomb is going to do a lot of damage onto the very glassy Galvantula here. And so obviously, again, looking for the shield. So I'm hoping to grab the shield, and also the debuff's going to be nice as well. So didn't grab the shield, but still managed to debuff. And so what I'm going to do here is look to grab the charge move onto my Azumarill and able to swap in, grab that Mud Bomb, soak that energy on my Azumarill. Absolutely perfect for me here. So able to take that fairly comfortably, and then out comes an Alolan Marowak. So that's really interesting from their part. So again, I'm going to save up, and no shield here. If it's a Shadow Ball, I can tank it, it's fine. And if it's the Bone Club, oh, it's the Bone Club, so really bad for them, really good for me. And then again, I'm going to try and fake the Hydro here, build up to the Hydro Cannon, throw the Ice Beam, see if I can bait out a shield, because both of these charge moves are going to be doing not a lot of damage. Was not able to grab a shield, which is unfortunate, so going to look to throw straight away. Not going to throw. This one will be the Shadow Ball, let's be honest. They're not going to bait twice, and they didn't. It's not enough to take me out, so I'm going to throw another Ice Beam here, and let's see what they want to do. So are they going to shield this up, or are they going to let it go? So they're just going to let it go. So 2 shields. What are they saving their shields for in the back? So I've got a really, really unhealthy Toxicroak, and what have they got in the back? So Wigglytuff in the back. That's going to absolutely destroy me there. So what I'm going to do here is Wigglytuff is going to do a lot of damage. I do have a charge move saved on my Galvantula, so I am going to throw it. I'm going to debuff this thing because if they were smart here, you'd just get out of there. And let's see, can I get to another one? No, can't get to another... lunge, which is unfortunate, but then am going to be able to farm down on this Wigglytuff. So I'm going to throw the Ice Beam. I've got a shield up here. I assume it's the Ice Beam. It is. So I've got a shield up here, and then going to look to charge down. Let's see if they want to swap out. So they're going to swap out. They've got no energy on that. That's fine. Back in comes their Wiggly. No, so they've just left the game, and that's good game right there. So able to, and was going to farm all the way down. So really strong, really comfortable win there. Being able to catch that Mud Bomb on the Azumarill, absolutely spectacular. So really good there. The next match, let's see what we get. So next match, jumping in again, Galvantula on the lead into Beedrill. So this is okay, I guess. So Beedrill is usually going to be running X-Scissor and Drill Run, so got to be careful of that. So here, obviously, I'm going to go actually a bit different here and go straight for Discharge. Hopefully I don't get a shield, because that's going to do huge amounts of damage to this thing. So let's hope we get... No, they shielded it up. That's really unfortunate. Let's see what they want to do now. So unfortunately now... expecting this to be a Drill Run, so I'm going to shield this up and see what I get. It is the Drill Run, so that's really unfortunate. So going for the lunge, and now I'm hoping that they double shield this, because if I get the lunge through, it's going to do basically no damage, and they shielded it up. So there's both their shields on the Beedrill there, so that's absolutely perfect. So shields down on their side. I'm going to let this go. No point... yeah, I'm just going to let it go. Save the shield for Victreebel. And then its charge moves, X-Scissor and Drill Run, are going to do absolutely nothing against the Azumarill. The fast moves are going to add up because it is poison, but Azumarill is such a tank that I'm just going to let this go. And then going to commit to the farm down and see what else they have. So obviously did a lot of damage there, and then out comes their own Azumarill. So that's interesting. I am on a Play Rough. Their shields are down, so that's happy days for me. And then going to look to get to another Play Rough here. Can I get to one first? So going to look to get to that Play Rough. One charge, one fast move farm, because I want to try and get their counting off, and then able to do a bit of damage there. So they're going to go straight into the next one. No shield here. And then let's see what happens. So there's the Play Rough. All their energy's down. So I'm going to switch into my Victreebel here and look to farm down. If they're too slow on the swap, I'm going to farm it all the way down, which I have. Gives me a good head start on energy. And this is not ideal. But let's see if I can get to, because I was able to farm down the Azumarill, got me a head start on energy generation. So going to be able to throw this Leaf Blade. It is, again, not very effective, but look at the damage it does. They're able to get to a charge move. I've got my shield that up and then farm down. So absolutely good game right there. And even though that Leaf Blade was resisted, absolutely able to, brutal amount of damage output that Shadow Vic puts out with the Razor Leaf, and combination of Razor Leaf and Leaf Blade. So really good there. And jumping into what I think is game 5, and we'll see how we go. So what do we have on the lead? So again, obviously, we have a Galvantula on the lead. We very much know that. And let's see what they've got. So come into and a Crustle. So is this the SmackDown version? It is. That is really bad. I am getting out of there now. So I wanted to build up a little bit of energy, and then out comes their own Galvantula. So this is really bad for me, and I'm just going to throw the Ice Beam. No point faking out that I've got anything else. They're going to shield absolutely everything with the Galvantula, it's an absolute glass cannon, so they're going to shield up the Ice Beam. No point bluffing with it. Here, I'm just going to let this go. They can throw the Discharge. If they throw the Lunge, happy days, because that's going to do next to nothing. Oh, and they did throw the Lunge, so that's perfect for me. Can I get to? No, so they're going to throw another Lunge. Well, Lunge or Discharge. At this point, I imagine they'll throw Lunge because Am I in range or am I not? Let's see how much. So a little bit of lag there. So, oof, not quite in range and able to get to the Ice Beam. So that's huge. That is absolutely huge. They needed to throw the Discharge there and just take me out. They cost the same amount of energy, so I'm not 100% sure why they didn't. And then I come out with my own and hope to charge this down. Got 2 shields, not able to farm it down. They're able to get to another charge move, which is unfortunate. So they've lunged me, so there goes my attack, and able to take this out, fully expecting the Crustle to come back out. So get ready to swap. Out comes the Crustle, and I'm going to swap into my Shadow Vic, and let's see what they've got in the back. So they've rocking the shiny Wigglytuff here, so this is not ideal, and I'm going to look to completely farm down, and I'm able to farm down with a Slither of Health. I'm going to throw Acid Spray, because 100% they're going to shield this up. There's no way with a shield in hand that they're not going to shield up the Shadow Vic, because if I threw the Leaf Blade, it would have absolutely one-shot them. So throwing the Acid Spray allows me to drop their defense, come in with the Galvantula that has loaded energy, almost has back-to-back lunges, but one is going to be enough because their defense has been dropped, and then that's good game. Taking game number 5. So that's my first set of the Halloween 1500 CP Cup, and that went really well. Like I said, jump in early. People are still making mistakes like I very much did when I didn't Ice Beam a Shiftry. Huge mistake not Ice Beaming a Shiftry. Never do that. Never swap out. Ice Beam it. If their shields are down, Ice Beam the Shiftry. It's one shot. It's down. So that is my 5-0, and I got rewarded with a Mudkip. So that's I would say interesting, but it's really not. Swampet's an absolute tank, I guess, with its Hydro Cannon Community Day move. But, I mean, it is what it is, and this thing did not want to stay in the ball. Doesn't help when... so threw an excellent throw that first one. Doesn't help when I throw a couple of bricks, which I'm about to do. So if you want to see how to improve your excellent throws, don't watch this. I'll link to another video now, and you can check that out, because that's going to give you a much nicer idea of how to improve your excellent throws and maybe help with... evolving a Galarian Farfetch'd, which is another video that I've done, so you can see how long it took me to get my 10 excellent throws with Galarian Farfetch'd as my buddy to evolve to the Surfetch'd, and I'll link that now as well. So check that out and see what you get. So that was my 5-0 for my first set in the Halloween Sinister Cup remake, and able to, let's claim that reward and see what we get, and that boosts me right back up to 2450, so not too bad. Want to break that 2500 to be true rank 9. Hopefully that was useful for someone. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.